Hey, YouTube. Hey, Anthony here. Hey, good evening. And welcome back. So this is episode 3. I got some really nasty hotel coffee here. And the music that you're hearing in the background right now, if you're hearing it, I don't know if it's picking it up or not, is called Midnight Terrain, and it's by a band called Hermitude. Yeah, it's freaking amazing, and I might get copy strike for this, but I'm not making any revenue from it anyway, so copy strike it if you want. I just want you to enjoy some really pleasant background music, and I'm just playing it through my laptop, so it's not even I'm not putting it through Premiere Pro or anything like that. One, I couldn't find the download for it, and two, well, this is just really an experiment, anyways. But yeah, look at this nasty. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm not gonna really tilt it because I don't want to spill it on my mic. But this is absolutely disgusting. Coffee. It's hotel room coffee. So, I am staying in San Diego right now on some business, and I'll be here for 3 days. And they've got me at this really cool place called Humphrey's Half Moon Suites. This is it's on a place called Shelter Island, which is actually just across the bay from Coronado. It's kind of a harbor area. It's actually really nice. For the cost, you can't beat it. By the way, I don't know if you guys saw, so I am repping some Mr. Beast merch here. I've done some other clips and stuff that I might incorporate in this video. I'm not really sure. I did kind of like a launch day shoot from my car for Kingdom Hearts 3, which just came out. Great game, by the way. Still haven't got past the Coliseum, but I am here on business, so I don't really get the chance to play games right now. Couple things I want to talk to you. If I'm looking down, by the way, I'm looking at my phone. I've got kind of like a little synopsis of things that I wanted to talk about. Wasn't really planning on making a video today, but I have been watching a lot of YouTube on the flights and stuff beforehand coming in. Casey Neistat did a video on Burger King and how they had a PR stunt that really got them a lot of subscribers or a lot of business. So apparently Burger King, here's the catch, right? So Burger King is releasing their funnel fries again. And apparently, I didn't know they took them away. I didn't even know they were a thing, but whatever. They looked up a bunch of famous YouTubers, and they started liking their old tweets and stuff to kind of draw attention, right? So a bunch of these YouTubers said, hey, Burger King, what's up with you liking my old tweets from, 2010? Well, being that they did that, they actually drew people to pay attention to the tweets from their subscribers, to let everybody else know that, hey, by the way, funnel fries are back. So yeah, Casey, yeah, I love what he said actually, and Casey said he's like, you know what, whoever that was, you gotta give those guys a raise. Another thing that happened today, and I've been commenting on as well, as far as other YouTubers and YouTube related stuff goes. There is a guy named Peter McKinnon, by the way. That's the name of the guy in the first video that I couldn't remember what his name was that I followed. That's a friend of Casey's. So if you watched that first video and you were, I did the cut where I was like, I'm gonna look this guy's name up. His name's Peter McKinnon. He's a Canadian guy, and he actually did a review of a really cool tripod selfie stick for cameras. Can't remember what it's called. It's like a Slick Pod or something like that. And it's a grip, right, for your camera, for your DSLR, and then it flips out into like a tripod thing. He did a pretty cool video on that, actually. I will link that in the subscription because you should check it out if you're any kind of camera file or anything like that, and you like gear, like I like gear. I love gear. Check it out. But one thing that I noticed that he did that a lot of people don't know, and I only know because I've been looking up a lot about making YouTube videos and revenue and stuff like that. And one of the things that has come to my attention is that YouTube has not giving revenue, not giving as much ad revenue, I guess, if your videos aren't at least 10 minutes and 30 seconds long. So and Peter has some really cool stuff that he does in his videos. He at the end of this video, he did some, I don't know, some weird B-roll, fade out, come back in, and just messing around on the camera, right? and everybody's like, "Oh, I love this. I love what Peter's doing with this stuff. That's not, it's not just camera. It's just him being goofy and funny, and that's cool. Hey, if you like that, right on. But the reason he's doing it, and I'm pretty sure, but if Peter ever watches this, and if you want to correct me, go ahead and feel free. But I'm pretty sure the reason he's doing that is because if you look at his time on his video, it's like 10 minutes and 40 something seconds. So he literally just hit that 10:30, and everything from basically 9 minutes and 10 seconds on was just it was just him fucking around. Edit. It was just him messing around. But anyways, yeah. So if you're wondering why a lot of YouTube videos now are not 2-minute, right? So his video was supposed to be 2-minute Tuesdays. It's like 10-minute Tuesdays now, and the reason it's 10-minute Tuesdays is because, like I said, ad revenue, right? He's got enough subscribers that he's making revenue. He's making money on it. So so he needs to hit that 10-minute 30 mark. Anyways, other than that, so I did the first thing on my list, which was break out with horrible coffee, because this is really atrocious. But I am desperate for caffeine. It's about 10:30 or so. Anyways, yeah. So in other news, if you don't know, if you've been living under a rock and you don't know who PewDiePie is, or you don't know who TSeries is, and for that matter, if you don't know who Mr. Beast is, I mean, I just feel sorry for you. He makes some great videos. You should go subscribe to him after you go subscribe to PewDiePie. There is a PewDiePie basically is the #1 largest YouTuber, period, on YouTube. Right, not a corporation, not anything else. He's actually bigger than most corporations. The only thing he hasn't surpassed, I think, are mostly YouTube-generated channels like music and gaming, and I think he even passed gaming recently. But he is in a race with a company called TSeries in India, and now I just watched another video on this too. The reason TSeries and this Indian, it's an Indian company. They do Bollywood films and stuff like that. They do a lot of music. But basically, Jio is kind of like the internet provider over there, and they just set up a huge infrastructure and gave, they had like a promotion, I guess, a few years back, to basically give everybody, for like 4 years, 4 gigabytes of data a day, for free. I'm sitting here like, man, I'm very grateful that I have an unlimited data plan on Verizon, and I don't get throttled, so I can go through 50 gigs a month, but I can't even imagine going through 4 gigabytes a day. But anyways, so all these people have free data, and they all have free internet now. So, of course, the biggest thing in India with that big of a population is music and movies, and TSeries is all about Bollywood films and music and covers of music and all kinds of stuff like that. So they're getting a lot of traction. But fear not, if you are a PewDiePie subscriber and supporter, he's a Swedish guy, by the way, and his name is Felix. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce his last name. Anyways, he does kind of like comedy meme reviews. He started out doing gaming stuff, and the gap is closing. They're both at 80. I think as of this video, as of filming this, I looked, and TSeries is almost at 83 million. PewDiePie is at 83 and some change. I mean, it's about 250,000 subscriber difference right now. So go subscribe to PewDiePie, please, because he is still even beating a corporation that is literally basically catering to all of India. So that's an amazing, huge feat, and he has good content. So follow him. If you don't like him, hey man, unsubscribe. But I mean, I'm not telling you to unsubscribe. You definitely should subscribe. And in fact, I'll even try to put a link maybe here. So that actually, which is really fun, that kind of segues into the next thing I want to talk about, which is my son. So my son is 9 years old. I'm not joking. He is actually 9 years old. And part of the thing with PewDiePie is he has what's called like the 9-year-old army, right? So all of his followers were people from like Fortnite or games and stuff that he did, and he's the joke is that PewDiePie has an army of 9-year-olds, bro fist, right? So anyways, apparently my son, I was talking to him, he watches YouTube at 9. He is also a subscriber and follower of PewDiePie, which actually surprised me because I didn't have to convince him and I didn't have to go log into his account and subscribe for him. He just was already that. And apparently he was at school the other day and he was telling me this on the telephone. He's like, yeah, I was at school and he made posters and was putting them all up. Subscribe to PewDiePie all over school. So, Pewds, if you're watching, my son is repping for you. Also, apparently he went to the playground and was like, subscribe to PewDiePie all over the playground. So, yeah, the 9-year-old army is a real thing. Yeah, anyway, so this is the new Mr. Beast merch. And if you order merchandise from Mr. Beast in the month of January, all it has to do is you just have to order it. It doesn't have to be shipped to you. You can actually be in one of his YouTube videos. They are, if you don't know who Mr. Beast is, this is a YouTube channel about other YouTubers. It's hilarious. Anyways, no, go subscribe to this guy too. Mr. Beast does some really cool content, some very unique videos, and he's got like 13 million subscribers, and he does a lot with his money. A lot of good things. He does a lot of charity. He does a lot of giving away stuff to his subscribers. You know, a lot of his videos are kind of clicky, like they're clickbait. The one I always like refer to is him saying like how many plates stop a bullet, right? So he'll line up like he bought like 600 plates. Of course, at this point, I'm like, anybody who the hell goes and buys 600 ceramic plates and then shoots it with a gun, right? But I don't know. You know what? It was just one of those things. He does things like he gives good tips, like really good tips. Like one of his early ones was giving like, you know, $500, $1,000 tips to like pizza delivery guys. You know, some people turned it down. But I mean, those things, they're kind of gotcha moments, right? Like you hear that and you're like, what? And you watch it. And but he does a lot of really good things with his profit. And that's one of the things I really like about him. He also, big supporter of PewDiePie. He did a huge campaign for PewDiePie, actually. Put a lot of money and investment into it. And they're talking about doing a Super Bowl ad for PewDiePie. Subscribe to PewDiePie. So if anybody sees that, please let me know. Leave a comment, because I might miss it. I hope I don't miss it. I'm sure it's going to be covered on YouTube if it happens. But man, that would make my day. I would love to see that. Let's see, what else is going on? So I'm traveling. I actually recently was released from my duties with the Army, honorably. I served 8 years, and as a nasty girl, for those of you that don't know, nasty girl is National Guard. It's kind of like a part-time Army thing, but you know, I did deployments and stuff in between, and it was fun. But 8 years, I did full 8 in the National Guard. And it's time. It's just time to kind of end it. You know, I enjoyed it, but the Army is not what it was when I joined. And it's not to say it's a bad institution, but it just felt like the right time to get out. But in conjunction with that, I am going to be doing some traveling for work. So to some pretty exotic locations. So some pretty cool places, some places I've always wanted to go. I'm going to be traveling to Japan. I will definitely be doing some vlogs for there, and I hope that you guys really enjoy it. Let's see, what else? I did mention that I did part of a video vlog from my car the other day, and like I said, I'm not sure if I'm going to include that in here or not, but that was for the Kingdom Hearts 3 release. Again, more big news. There is a lot of news, and this is probably going to be a 20-minute video because I ramble. But yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3 came out. So that game, 14 years in the making. We have been waiting 14 years for this game to come out, and finally it did. And God, I haven't got the chance to play very much of it, but I have it, and I definitely will be in. I am super psyched and pumped up for it. And if you haven't played Kingdom Hearts, jump in and just start with 3. Don't even worry about trying to understand the story. Don't go watch YouTube videos. No, don't do any of that. Play 3. then go back and watch the videos, and I promise you'll probably be just as lost then as you are if you just jump in at 3 and keep going. It's a very convoluted story. It's taken me probably a week of watching synopsis videos and already having kind of a history of knowing what was going on, and I'm still confused. I can't keep track of what's going on. Let's see, what else? I went over my travel plans. Okay, so if you guys, I did tell some of my followers and subscribers that I was gonna be doing Ingress videos. So again, this might be an introductory for you, and I will probably do breakout videos explaining what each kind of one of these things that I'm talking about in depth, a little more detail is. But if you're following me and you already know what Ingress is, great. If you don't, I'll give you just the briefest breakdown right now. Ingress is made by a company called Niantic. You probably have heard of them. They've created Pokemon Go. Ingress was kind of the precursor into augmented reality games for them. I love Ingress. Without getting too much into it, the best way I know how to explain what it is, by the way, I'll put that link in the description too, so you can download the game. You can just find it on Google Play. It's also on iOS. But it is essentially capture the flag between two factions. They call themselves the Enlightened of the Resistance. You can refer to them as green or blue. A lot of people do. Doesn't really matter. I mean, you know, they have different philosophies on what they mean in the game. But essentially, it's capture the flag, and you're basically you're using Pokestops or what they call in Ingress portals to control for your faction, and you create links between these portals to create fields which control in the game control the populace that is underneath those fields. And that, in a nutshell, is what Ingress is. There's a whole lot more to it. I've been playing this game for, I don't even know, 6 years. Whenever it first came out, man, I have put a lot of time and effort into it. I have made a lot of friends, though. Let me tell you, Pokemon Go is a very, at least in the past, and I've heard they've changed it. They've changed it, or they're changing it. I don't really know because I don't really play it very much. I kind of log into it once in a while when my kids want to play it. But it's not really a cooperative game. It hasn't been in the past, anyways. At least Ingress has always been a cooperative game. I have made so many friends, lifelong friends. I can't. I will make a video thanking them, and I've joked for years about making a book, writing a book, talking about all of my adventures in Ingress and all of the crazy things I've done. I will not go into that in this video, because we will be here for hours, and I definitely don't want to bore you guys. But the whole point of me bringing up Ingress is that if you do play Ingress, and if you are watching this, this March of 2019, we have an anomaly in Las Vegas, which is where I live, for Ingress. And if you're watching this, go put the word out. We need feet on the ground. We need operations. It's a big thing, and this is a big year. They've now moved over to a completely rebooted version of the game called Ingress Prime. You can still use the Scanner Redacted, which is like the old application for your phone that has kind of the old layout in it, which a lot of people, I prefer it. It's much easier to navigate. It's not so graphic intensive. They tried to make it look much more futuristic with this Ingress Prime thing, but my experience with it thus far has been very slow and clunky, and I'm not particularly a fan. Let's see. So anyways, that pretty much wraps up everything I wanted to talk about. I'm thinking about doing an upcoming video on, I'm a very minimalist person. I don't like having a lot of excess stuff. And when I do, I like to have it small and compact and portable, which makes it very convenient for vlogging. But I was thinking about doing a bag breakdown. So I have like a favorite bag that I carry for my equipment. I've usually just used it for like my laptop and my camera, but I haven't really done vlogging stuff before. But this bag actually ends up working perfect for that. And it is a Manfrotto bag. It's a camera bag. If you guys aren't familiar with Manfrotto, they make pretty high quality stuff. I think they're a Chinese company. But I'm impressed with them. Anyways, I'm thinking about doing a video on that. But anyways, I just kind of wanted to get your comments and your suggestions. If you guys have any comments on anything I've talked about, please leave a comment in the description or below, and tell me what you like, tell me what you didn't, tell me some things that you want me to cover in the future. Like I said, I'm kind of at a loss. I'm kind of going through the channel creation process, so this was kind of a catch-all for everything going on because there has been a lot going on. But like I said, let me know what you think. Let me know what you'd like to see next. Things that you'd like me to cover. Do you want me to go do some more outside B-rolls or vlog stuff? I haven't really done that kind of stuff. Most of it's just sitting down here having a one-on-one with you, the viewer, or you, my camera. Hi, camera. Hopefully this comes out good. Hopefully it's not blurry. I can't really tell from here. But at least I know I'm framed good. So with that, until next time, I appreciate you guys all sticking with me. If you've watched this video to the end of the 20 minutes or whatever the heck it is that I end up trimming it down to, I really appreciate you, and I hope that you have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you later. Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe. Catch you next time.